Okay, the next thing I want to teach you is a fill that doesn't take up a full measure, because a full measure is a lot of time to fill a whole space. A lot of times you'll just get one beat or two beats in order to come up with a fill, especially if it's nice and slow like this. When it's faster, a full measure doesn't actually go by that fast, and so it's good to have some full measure stuff. So this time we're gonna take 4 hits in the space that it takes to do one beat, and that sounds intimidating, but since we're going slow, it's going to be pretty easy. Okay, now we're gonna play on 4. Okay, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to do our fill 4, and we're going to do 4 strokes. Okay, now the strokes that we're going to do, we're going to practice. Okay, it's going to be right hand on the snare, left hand on the tom, right hand on the tom, left hand on the tom. Okay, and it's going to be right in rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 and okay. So when you're counting, this is called a 16th note, because remember that one note takes up one beat. All right, but when we cut that beat in half, we get a quarter. When we cut the quarter note in half, we get an 8th note, and we count that 1 and. Right now, when we cut both of those in half, we get 16th notes, which goes 1 E and Okay, and so that's how you're going to count this: 1 E and 1 E and 1 E and Okay, or in this case 4 E and because it's at the end of the measure. Let me play through it once, and then we'll do it nice and slow. Okay, so it's going to be like this: 1, 2, 3 and 4, 2, 2, 3 and 4, 3, 2, 3 and 4, 4, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, now this is where it starts to speed up. Now what I don't want you to do is just be like, wow, those notes are really fast. I'm just going to go and try to play them as quickly as I can. That's not the goal. The goal is to subdivide that beat into 16ths perfectly. Okay? So you want to practice the rhythm, but you don't want to practice You want to practice and then a little faster. And a little faster. Okay? So you want to make sure that you can play it accurately to the time that you're playing it. Okay, so let's slow the whole beat down nice and slow. We'll do the whole beat 4 times in a row, and on that 4th time we'll add in the fill. Okay, and then we're going to go back into the beat, because you always got to be ready to continue to play. The only time you do a fill and then you stop playing is the very last fill of the song. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3 and 4, 2, 2, 3 and 4, 3, 2, 3 and 4, 4, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 2, 2, 3 and 4, 3, 2, 3 and 4, 4, 2, 3 and 4 and 1. 2, 3 and 4, 2, 2, 3 and 4, 3, 2, 3 and 4, 4, 2, 3 and 4, 2, 3 and 4, 2, 2, 3 and 4, 3, 2, 3 and last time, 4, 2, 3 and 4 and 1. I even hit my overhead camera there a little bit. So you got a little extra power on that last one. That's great. Okay, good. So that's how you add a fill into the end. Now, you can do 4 on these toms. You could do 4 strokes on the snare. 3 and 4 and okay, that's a great fill. It's just you could do like that. You could do, or you could do you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, like that. All of that works. You could and then the way that you stretch out fills even longer is now, okay, you've got a fill that you can put in one beat. Now, what if you just did it twice? Okay, so it would be 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I did. All right, that was that fill, you know, or you could just do the same thing for twice. Okay, so you could take up half a measure with a longer fill. Okay, I'm just kind of giving you a framework on how to work on these things. Okay, now that same 4-stroke 16th note 1 beat fill can work in 3/4, it can work in 6/8. You just got to figure out the timing and start messing around with different rhythms and patterns and how to do fills. And there's plenty of tutorials on how to do specific fills out there on the interwebs, and if you would like some tutorials on how to do them, by all means reach out to me. But for now, that should get you started in being able to play through worship songs with your worship team. I just beg you, don't speed up the song on the fill. Make sure that you are practiced up and that you're comfortable with the fills. They are the hardest part of playing the drums, not because of the fill themselves. Practicing the fills can be so overwhelming that you practice them a lot, but then you don't practice them in context, okay? So you want to make sure that you're always practicing in context. I've probably done you a disservice by teaching you 1, 2, 3, and 4, 2, 2, 3, and 4, 3, 2, 3, and 4, and then on this measure you can do something. Because normally it's going to be like 16 bars like we did earlier in our practices. It's going to be like 16 bars of playing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, and then you've got a fill. So if you're thinking about that fill for 16 bars and you're worried about it and you're nervous about it and you're excited about it, you're definitely going to speed up, or you're definitely going to mess up on the fill. And if you do it right and then hit the crash, you'll be so proud of yourself that you'll forget to keep playing, right? And so you really have to practice up, really have to make sure that you've got the song under your belt before you sit down with your band. So work hard on it, play the simple things that you can help be a supporting role of your worship team. Don't worry about being overly complicated. I got obsessed with getting overly complicated, and I didn't really need to be. Didn't have to be obsessed with being overly complicated. It got me into jazz, and that was not necessarily beneficial for a worship team setting. And so complicated does not mean better. Louder does not mean better, and faster does not mean better. Okay, playing a supporting role in your band and leading the dynamics of the worship team with the way that you play, that is the thing that you are supposed to do. And if you can do that really well, you'll get scheduled every week and you'll get to play a lot. All right. God bless.